Investigators going door to door, so they must really think this person lives in the neighborhood. It's 7:30 on this Tuesday night. That means it's time to find out if you like it or not. I'm producer Chris, and tonight we are talking about Valentine's Day because heads up, it's just a few days away. We're also talking about dating, cheating, dive bars, and clean cars. So, of course, I need your help. I need you to join us live to talk about all of those stories and more. So let's talk about how to do it. We're streaming. So there are a few different ways. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave some comments in the chat. We'll read those coming up in just a little bit. Thank you to everyone, all our loyal viewers who tune in on the YouTube stream and weigh in on the chat. If you're watching on the Fox Local app on your connected TV, one of those fast channels, you can make it a two-screen experience. Just grab your phone. You can scan that QR code and just join the Zoom room and get your hot takes ready. If you're watching on our website, fox5dc.com, Fox Local on your phone, so you can't scan the QR code, I have a link to the Zoom room on my Instagram page. That's Fox 5 Producer Chris. That's also where we're streaming behind the scenes right now. On TikTok Live. Thank you to everyone who's scrolling through there as well. Also, you can check out Fox 5 DC's Instagram page. That's where our broadcast channel lives. And we've got a link to the Zoom room there as well. We'll check in with our virtual co-host and hoping to see some more coming up here in just a little bit. We're also standing by for the one and only Tony P to join us live because it is Tony P Tuesday here on Do You Like It or Not? Tony P. The P stands for Primetime because he's also my Live Zone Primetime co-host. So he should be here in just a second. He's just wrapping up over on Fox 5 and Like It or Not with the ladies. In the meantime, we'll dive right into our top story tonight. We'll get his take on it in just a second. And we are talking about Valentine's Day. The countdown officially on. It is on Saturday, but it looks like Cupid could be out of a job if Gen Z has their way. And we need Tony P here to weigh in on this one because he is our Gen Z expert. If there's any other Gen Zers out there, though, get ready to weigh in. According to a survey by the e-commerce site Etsy, 46% of Gen Zers believe Valentine's Day is outdated. That belief, however, is redefining what Valentine's Day means, though, as more young people call for the holiday to celebrate all kinds of love instead of the traditional romantic partnership. So, Tony P is my partner in crime on the Live Zone.
Take my badge off.
Tony P, Gen Zers not showing love for Valentine's Day. Do you like this or not? Do you agree with that or not?
No, because Valentine's Day now is being opened up with Galentines and Palentines, and next year the Super Bowl will be on Valentine's Day, so a great excuse for guys to have a Valentine's celebration for each other. Okay, so a lot of opportunities to expand it. Love can be with friends, with family, all of that. Spend some time, appreciate the love in your life, whether it's someone that's romantic or not. There's no excuse for this. I think let's enjoy Valentine's Day. It's not just a Hallmark holiday anymore. And if you're doing something romantic,
are you buying
have a weekend.
Card for your friends? Your guy friend. If you're having a Palentine, are you buying a card or a gift or a teddy bear or flowers?
I buy a card. I buy a card because I think words of affirmation matter to guys. Where it's like, hey, like I appreciate you, brother. I'm proud of you. It doesn't have to be like romantic language.
Yeah, no,
it can be like a nice, hey, brother, little note. I'm proud of you. This is keep on kicking butt. I think that's a good way to go about it. Number one, and then number two, if you have romantic situation, you're in a relationship. It's on a weekend, make it the whole weekend. Friday has something, Saturday has something, maybe a dinner and some activities, and you have some nice quality time together on Sunday and call it a day.
Tony P setting the bar awfully high. Laura and Chad in the Zoom room, our couple. Any plans for Valentine's Day, first of all? And as a Gen X and millennial, Gen Zers wanting to change Valentine's Day, do you like that or not?
Go ahead, Laura.
I like it. I'm not a huge fan of Valentine's Day. I feel like there's way too much pressure to do something. And even if, I don't want to do something, but other people will be like, oh, what did you do for Valentine's Day? What did Chad do for you? And I'm always like, I don't know, nothing.
We solved that problem. I'm about to buy myself a bike, but I'm going to tell everybody that she bought it, and then she bought herself a bunch of guitar pedals, and she's going to tell everybody that I bought it. So we have it covered for perceptions.
So you're just lying to everyone.
Yes, we're just lying.
Valentine's
Day's on a Saturday, so we're going to rent a car and go to dinner on Friday night.
Okay, that sounds romantic as well. There you go.
Perfect.
Allison's in the Zoom room. Allison, do you like this kind of redefinition of what Valentine's Day is?
Yeah, because Valentine's Day is love the one you're with. Like here, my Valentine is right here.
Oh,
I think
great
we know
song,
that
by the
already.
way.
Yes.
Love the
So he'll
one
be
you're
doing
with.
something special. That's right. Love the one you're with.
Right.
But I always do special things for my children. Well, when they were little, I did. I would always get like little gift bags and put maybe pencils or a little outfit or just something cute in there. And I have something special I'm gonna be doing with some of my kids again this year as well. So it's about who you're with. Just love whoever's right there with you.
If you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. Tony P.
Steven Stills.
Okay, I was just going to put him on the spot and see if he could name
I got you there.
the artist. Sandra's in the Zoom room tonight. Sandra, good evening. Thanks so much for being here.
Hey guys, good evening.
So do you like the idea of Gen Z kind of redefining what Valentine's is?
I'm guessing for the sake of, the time we live in, I guess it's okay, but I've always been the old school Valentine's person. Depending on the day it falls on, if it falls on a work day, everybody has to go to work, but yeah, I celebrate it with my kids.
That's nice.
So.
Yeah, that's a perfect
I like,
way
again,
to
like in
celebrate.
love, it's an expression of love. It's no longer just romantics. I think anybody expressing love, it's beautiful. I love it.
You know, I don't. I don't.
You're a little
love
torn on this,
I don't
aren't you?
love the holiday. Let's put it that way.
Okay,
I don't like
why?
these manufactured reasons to have to put these performative displays of affection on. On the other hand, it is nice every now and then to be reminded and have a reason to celebrate. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with that.
Little bookmark.
On the other hand, trying to get a restaurant reservation and everything just feels like in your face and it's difficult. I don't
Right.
love that either. So I like celebrating on a different day and just kind of marking it in some small way.
In
on
the area,
actual
yeah.
day.
Right. The weekend or like the week of it. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
We're going to stick with the theme of relationships now, though, and we're going to offer up some controversial dating advice, and it comes courtesy of our brand new Marissa Mitchell show. Take a listen.
Let's get this one in from Charles. It's another tough one.
Okay.
All right. Charles in Bowie says, I cheated on my woman. Don't know how to tell her.
Was this a one-time thing? Is she going to find out? Okay. And so if you did a one-time cheat, you need to keep that to yourself. That's your cross to bear, right? Why upset her life if you want to be with her? But if this was something she's going to find out, in the sense of all honesty, you, just like she said, you need to come clean, rip off that Band-Aid, and you need to investigate why you cheated.
So that's matchmaker Susan Trombetti on the Marissa Mitchell show, responding to Charles in Bowie, who may or may not be in some trouble tonight, depending on who out there is watching. Tony P, taking that secret to the grave. Do you like that advice or not?
Well, he's obviously not. Why would you put your name on that? Maybe like come up with a different name.
It could be a
You've already
pseudonym.
outed yourself.
We don't know.
Maybe,
It
good
could
point.
be a
That's a really good
pseudonym.
point. I hope that clip goes viral around the country because that's a great situation. The show's doing great. But I just want to say, in terms of that, if you cheat, that is a moral failing. You should come clean about it because you know what? If that gets found out years down the line, it just shows a lack of character that you kept it from somebody. I get the whole you don't want to disrupt something, but I think if you're cheating, there is an issue in the relationship that needs to be rectified by you doing the work internally, but also telling your partner so that there is some type of reconciliation because, I mean, at some point, you're going to be found out.
Okay. Chad and Laura in the Zoom room. Chad and Laura, what you don't know can't hurt you?
We got a good answer for you.
Lay it on,
Yeah,
boy.
so I think the perfect time to do it is when you win the bronze medal in the men's biathlon.
Okay, you're getting ahead of us. You're getting ahead of us. That's my next story.
What?
That's my next story.
How does that relate?
Answer this
Tony P doesn't
question
know about
first.
this yet. Tony
How
P.
does that relate?
We're going to get to
Right.
that. Answer
Oh,
this
boy.
one first.
I'm in the
All right,
dark
all right.
on this.
Hilarious. No, keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Really?
Unless it's Chad, he needs to tell me.
No.
Unless it's-
Oh, been meaning to. Oh.
Oh no.
Tony P just sent me a Valentine's Day card, so maybe.
Oh,
You know, but I'm curious though. Like, isn't like
Tony
if the
P
person
and
gets
the
caught?
P stands for platonic. Allison's
Right.
in the Zoom
Oh.
room. Allison, do you agree with Tony P? Do you need to come clean, or do you take the secret to the grave?
Yeah, I think you should come clean and then start a whole new conversation. Like you want to know Is this something that's going to be going on? First of all, the guy needs to start the conversation like this. Honey, just so you know, all men cheat. Start it like that and keep it all the way 100. And I'm sorry if you're not a cheater, but the majority, okay? And then just take it from there, because I feel like if he can be honest enough to tell you in that moment, then there's a chance that there might be some honesty in the relationship moving down the line. But yeah, I would definitely want to say it just so we can have a conversation about it. But take it to the grave. Like I said, if it comes up later, you're going to lose your whole relationship.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's consistent, especially, I mean, I'll tell you, so I was talking to a friend of mine about something similar to this, and they were like, look, we're in the new future with a lot of, like, you know, there's like, you know, multi-partner relationships.
Polygamy,
and
ethical non-monogamy.
Non-monogamous things are happening in a different way now,
there.
and, you know, people, you know, they're doing those type of activities, so it might be, you know, something that people want to keep doing, and if that's the case, I think it's about having clear communication at the outset of the relationship, so that you know what the boundaries are and the expectations.
Sandra, should Charles take it to the grave, or should he come clean?
That is all bogus what that lady said, first of all. She can go to hell. You're supposed to tell your partner and be honest with your partner. And obviously, if you had to cheat, then you wasn't for your partner in the first place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fair
That's
enough.
what I think.
Yep.
If anyone out there has a take that's different than what we have heard so far, all you got to do is scan that QR code, join the Zoom room. We'll check in with you in just a little bit. In the meantime, let's get to what Laura was talking about now, because a Norwegian Olympian did not take that advice. Instead, the 20-kilometer biathlon bronze medal winner chose to use his moment in the spotlight immediately after winning that medal to admit he cheated on the, quote, love of his life. In that post-race interview, he admitted having an affair 3 months into a 6-month relationship. He says he told her a week ago, and as a result, it's been the worst week of his life. He then went on to say that he hoped making the admission to the world and sharing what she meant to him will show her what she means to him. Tony P, pouring out your heart and all your personal drama on the world stage as an act of take me back. Do you like it or not?
No, because I get authenticity, and I do enjoy that sincerity. This isn't on the overboard, because you're including your partner's story into it as well. You're putting them on the spot with this admission. Even though it's about your act, your transgression, it's a relationship. It's two people now. If you want to talk about your journey, hey, I grew up, you know, poor, and I made it, and I did all these type of things to get here, or I made a mistake and I went to jail or something, personal thing, that's fine. But if you're talking about your story with your partner in a relationship, that brings in somebody else who's not a public figure, didn't ask to be put on the spot like that.
Yeah.
No, this is authenticity slop run amok.
It's also, John and Laura, I mean, let's just call a spade here. Is this humiliating for that woman?
Yeah, this is terrible, I think, yeah.
So cringe, and like, what are you supposed to answer this? It's a bunch of red flags wrapped up in an Olympic bronze medal.
Yeah.
That's a great analogy.
Young, in shape Olympic athletes are notoriously horny.
Yeah,
the Olympic
it's not
Village
gonna
has
get you're like a young.
You get 3 months.
Yeah.
Like, it's supposed to be like the fun, happy time.
Red flag on the play. Red flag on the play.
Red flag on the play. Allison.
No sense at all.
Allison, this pouring out your heart on the world stage, begging to be taken back. Do you like this show of, whatever you want to call it, or do you not?
In a different situation, it might be okay, but for an Olympic winner, absolutely not. He actually dimmed his light by doing that, because people were looking at you like, oh, you're such a great athlete, like, you're amazing. But now people look down and judge you, for being a cheater. So he's made himself look bad. I understand that he wants the girl back, but he also has to think about what could be his future. There might be another woman saying, hey, I would love to be with him, but now that she knows he's a cheater, he might have messed his future up as well.
Yeah.
It's also love bombing, don't you think? Like it's a great example of love bombing and trying to make this kind of rom-com moment is not
grand gesture.
Yeah, those are sort of those specific red flags that I would look at. And is this person erratic? Again, 3 to 6 months. That's nuts.
Sandra, do you agree with everyone's take so far?
I agree with Miss Allison. on the whole part that he did dim his light by saying that on a grand stage, in his performing, uh, that's something you don't do. You kind of keep that to yourself when it comes to that.
Yeah. He also he apologized to his teammates for basically stealing the spotlight from them as well, because now it is all about this and him rather than the sport and basically everyone else who was competing in it at the same time. We don't know who won the gold medal, but we know who won the bronze now.
Right.
So
it's a little
he'll
bit
probably
much.
end up with a brand deal out of it more so than anybody else, and he'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's stay on the topic of relationships, because Khloe Kardashian has kicked off a debate whether or not it's ever okay to date a sibling's ex. Take a listen.
Older we get, the pull gets smaller. I'm like, I don't know. I think if I was 20, I would probably be like, that's a deal breaker.
You're like, I don't care.
But now I'm like, do we need to talk about it? We're good, right? Okay, we're not sharing baby daddies, but I don't know, if you slept with someone 20 years ago, what the am I supposed to do? It's hard out here.
So that was from a recent episode of the Call Her Daddy podcast. Tony P. Dating someone who dated a member of your family, do you like it or not?
I mean, look, it makes the in-law process a heck of a lot easier, I'll tell you that much, because you stay in touch with them. Usually that's how it works. And I think the biggest telltale of a potential sibling situation like this is if the ex is still close with the family. Or I have friends that have, they still text with their ex, girlfriend's father or something. I'm like, that's a telltale that could potentially happen with a sibling. And then the question is, did you really actually like me at any point? Were you trying to get with the sibling in my family? That's a big one.
That would be, even 20 years down the line, it might seem a little suspect.
Right.
Allison, the idea of dating a family member's ex, do you like this or not?
No, I think that might make the family reunion a little uncomfortable. It just doesn't look good. I don't think it's a good idea, no.
Laura, does Chad have any siblings?
He does. He has a brother.
He has a brother. Okay. So the idea of dating a sibling's ex, do you like this or not?
I don't, but as an only child, I do not at all understand the dynamics of siblings. If you just asked me that, I'd be like, yeah, why not? That seems normal, but I guess it isn't, is it?
I don't know, and I don't know if my wife out there is watching. She has a sister as well. I don't know if they ever dated the same person, but I doubt it. I doubt it. But Sandra, do you like the idea of dating a sibling's ex?
No, I do not. And it actually happened to me. Me and my cousin, we grew up together. We're like first generation cousins.
Yeah.
She ended up dating a person that I dated fairly quickly, within a few days after our breakup. But I ended up finding out, but that kind of dented our relationship a little.
Yeah, especially if it's a secret or there was any sort of
that
overlap.
Quick. Yeah, that's a lot.
Very slippery slope. And I think Damon Wayans got himself in trouble with this. I think he started dating his nephew's ex or something like that. So don't quote me on that, but I remember
that could be the exception to that rule. Nephews, if it's I
don't know.
If you're
I feel like there's always a Hollywood exception, and I think that's what Khloe was getting at. Where there's I hate to use the word incestuous, but let's call a spade again here, people. All right, keep the comments coming on all these stories that we have talked about so far. Coming up next, we're talking about dive bars and clean cars. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Tony P Tuesday. He's
Hello.
hovering over my shoulder back there. This is the part of the show where we like to check those YouTube comments, cover him up. West Virginia Ben always has something to say. So many of these are just to sell stuff. Celebrate your love when demand isn't high, no problem. Talking about Valentine's Day. Old school V-Day is the way. It's a day to show love to those that you love and hopefully love you. Let the next generation keep dating on their apps and getting catfished. Brutal.
Wow.
If you're cheating, there's a problem. If you keep it, it's going to fester. Yes, Allison, totally agree. That's from AJ Nevels. I was going to say the admission to courage, but Tony P does have a good point. Don't ever give Tony P props on a
Please
good point.
give me
Tony
props.
P stands for having a good point. Tiger Woods unavailable for comment. Ooh, slop run him up. Okay, this is why I love Tony P. We all love Tony P.
And I love authenticity, guys. I do.
An ex of a family member, family or not, absolutely not. So
I get my golf swings in here.
that was Tony P. Getting
The
his
Masters a couple
practice
months
in.
away.
Tony P and the P
Being a
stands for
tiger.
golf practice. All right,
Golf
let's
pro.
keep going on, and this is the part of the story where we talk about Gen Z a little more, but we're also going to pick on millennials a little bit.
Thank
because
God.
millennials and Zoomers alike loved theme bars. I think that's fair to say, not an overgeneralization, but the new one coming to Alexandria might raise some eyebrows. Alexandria now says the Del Rey Pop-Up's next theme is a dive bar. The theme is a dive bar theme for a pop-up bar. An exact date for the opening has not been set, but they are planning for the end of the month. The owner told the online outlet, "Who doesn't love a good dive bar? Everyone has fond memories of a dive bar in their hometown or college days, and we want to tap into that." So, Tony P, a performative dive bar. Do you like this or not? And can you just declare something a dive bar, or is that a status that needs to be earned?
I'll take the second question first. It is dive bars have a particular sense to them, a design. It's no frills. The lighting isn't really that great. Okay, it's
So
tight
can
in
a
there.
brand new bar be a dive bar by that logic?
No, because it needs to be worn in.
Okay.
It's kind of like
It's gotta be lived in a little
it's
bit.
like an old catcher's mitt. You got to have some wear and tear on it. I do think though the vibe of a dive bar is very much everybody knows your name. Cheers, things of that nature. So yes, I think some pop-up bars can have that type of brotherhood and sisterhood together type theme, but you can't do the whole exact dive bar routine until it's been lived in, it's been used a little bit. Now what I do love though, Chris, is how in a transient city like ours, where everybody's moving all the time, different places, that they have pop-ups like this, because I think it's good for the culture where there's so many different cities and cultures represented in this area. It's a good move to do that.
Okay, I'm going to take a little more cynical approach to the pop-up theme, the pop-up bar in particular.
All right.
I don't think there is a better way to guarantee asses in the seats on a Tuesday or Sunday night than doing a pop-up bar with a limited run engagement. It makes it seem like it's a hot commodity and in-demand thing, as opposed to an actual dive bar that may or have one or two people in it on a Sunday or Tuesday night. That's my cynical hot take as a former dive bar employee. Laura and
Oh, you were?
Kind of. I worked at an Irish pub. It was a neighborhood bar. It wasn't a dive. It was an Irish pub.
Were you bartending?
But there were what I would consider dives directly across the street. I was a bartender.
I see. I
One
can
of them
see
is
that.
still there, and it's in the Cleveland Park neighborhood, if you know what I'm
Nice.
talking
A little
about.
bit of this.
Laura, a dive bar, can you just declare a dive bar? Can you have a themed dive bar? Is a dive bar a status that is earned and lived in and authentic that you cannot replicate?
So I think the main thing that differentiates a dive bar is that it's super affordable, and it doesn't matter if you spill your beer because everything's already sticky. So I think as long as they nail those two things, it's going to be a pretty big success, especially the price thing.
Yeah.
It needs to be priced like a dive bar.
I agree with that take 100%. Freddie's in the Zoom room. Freddie, a dive bar. Can you just declare it a dive bar, or does it have to earn that title?
It has to earn that title. And how are you, Tony P?
Freddie, I love that teddy bear. I actually have my own stuffed animal collection. I love that one. Now, what's his name?
His name is Pillow. His name is Pillow, by the way.
Pillow. Dude, that's a good name. Hey, you know what? And it's a practical use and a good name.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
Multifunctional.
I have like 20 of them, man. And again, they just bring comfort to me. They do.
Yeah.
All family, old trinkets. Love it.
We're learning a lot about Tony P here tonight.
Live on prime time at 9 o'clock.
Right.
That's right.
You learned
baby.
something here.
Tony Primetime. David just joined the Zoom room. David, are you here to talk about dive bars, or are there any other topics we've talked about you want to dive into?
Dive in.
I haven't heard the ones before dive bar, so I can only comment on that one. But a dive bar, any place you've seen a bar fight, that's a dive bar.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair take.
Oh,
I
my
appreciate that one. I don't think there will be many at the pop-up, by the way. David, just because you're here, and I love getting you riled up and getting opinions on things, we had a story in the last block where a matchmaker offered the advice to someone who admitted cheating on their partner to not tell them and keep it secret if it was a one-time thing. So my question for you is, taking it to the grave, do you like it or not?
So the matchmaker is supposed to keep the secret?
No, the matchmaker is telling the person who did the cheating to not admit it, to keep it secret and move on.
Oh, man. Well, I tell you, that takes a certain type of person, a person without a conscience.
Okay.
Hey, what? Hey, on my side of this one.
If you have a conscience, eventually you're gonna want to purge that conscience, you know. So if you don't have a conscience, then you can take many a secret and many a misdeed to your grave.
Yeah.
Right, because again, lies. A lie can't live forever.
Right on theme with what everyone else had to say. Allison, we're gonna go back to the dive bar theme. Do you like this or not?
You know what? Surprisingly, I don't know what a dive bar is. I'm not a bar person, so I don't know what that is. I don't even know. So if everybody loves it, I love it too.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
I barely know what they are.
I tend to think, and my hot take about the Washington, D.C. specifically, I'm not going out into the outer suburbs. There are very few real dive bars in Washington, D.C. The rest of the ones that claim to be are already just themed performative dive bars.
I don't know. Solly's is good.
Prove me wrong.
Solly's a real Irish dive bar. That is a place, and it gets packed in there on D Street. All right, and I don't even drink, and I love the atmosphere in there.
I agree with Tony P on that one. That is one of the few.
One of my first, when I first moved to the city.
How tidy do you keep your car? That is the next question I have. Tony P, the Metro doesn't count. We're talking about your car back
I can't
home.
eat in the Metro.
That was the subject of a recent survey of 2,000 Americans, and it shows that a lot of us have turned our vehicles into mobile storage units. About 33% of people admit they keep clothes in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Almost 25% admit their cars are littered with old food wrappers. 20% say dropped food can be found on the floor of the car. 36% say old bottles, cans, or takeout cups take up space. 34% say they are flat out embarrassed by the state of their car. Tony P, keeping the car clean inside and out. Do you like it or not? Are you a fastidious, clean person?
I am, because my apartment's that way. Now, my mother, on the other hand, she is the queen of a filthy, disorganized office car, we're going to call it.
Yeah.
She has paraphernalia for work. She has clothes. She has old food back there that she forgot about. I remember
a woman after my own heart, Tony P's mother.
And I'll tell you, okay, Mrs. P, okay, literally, whenever I come home to drive the car or even go in the car to go shopping, she has to clear out the passenger side seat. Every seat is taken. There's even one thing. And you know what? Look, your view is this. If my company's going to help pay for the car payment, I'm going to make sure I put everything in that damn thing so I can utilize the space and write it off, basically. It's basically an office. She could write the whole thing off if she wanted to.
Laura, I know Chad doesn't have a car. Do you?
So I don't have a car here in the DC area, but I do have a car that I keep at my parents' house in New Mexico. But yeah, I mean, my whole family and I, meaning my parents and me, we like clean cars. Our cars have like nothing in them.
Get her out of here.
All.
Absolutely not. Mine is riddled with empty energy cans, old clothes, food everywhere. That's just me. Thank you to everyone who joined us in the Zoom room tonight. We appreciate you as always. For Tony P, we'll be back at 9 o'clock. For producer Jim, I'm producer Chris. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one.